Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Down goes Hickenlooper. Down goes Hickenlooper. Well, sort of. Sort of. Let me explain. It appears that according to Politico, former Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper is not going to last much longer, his campaign. Now, according to the article, following last month's Democratic debates, Hickenlooper's senior team had urged him to withdraw from the presidential race. They urged him to do it, quote, gracefully, and to either run for Colorado Senate seat or to pursue other opportunities, basically saying, dude, this is over. It's over, man. Hickenlooper, you got to drop out. You're not going anywhere. Now, the source said the campaign has about 13,000 donors. That's 13,000 more than I expected, making it almost impossible to qualify for the next round of presidential debates in the fall. Now, to be clear, there are debates here in Detroit that are going to happen at the end of July. He does qualify for that debate. But the debates in the fall, there's no way Hickenlooper's going to be there. There's no way he's going to last. In fact, his campaign raised just over $1 million total in the second quarter. That's about what he raised in the first 48 hours of his candidacy. And he will likely run out of money completely in about a month. If that's not grim enough, at least 5 of his staffers have left or are leaving Hickenlooper's operation, including his campaign manager, communications director, digital director, and finance director. Hey, look, man, when most of your team jumps ship and you can't raise money or go beyond 1% in the polls, it's kind of time to pack it in. And I know, Jeff, you've got a giant field. There's 26, 25 Democrats. Yeah, but dude, you got to know to pack it in. It's really going poorly for you. Now, Hickenlooper, of course, is not going to accept defeat. Hickenlooper actually publicly blamed his former staff Tuesday for his failure to gain traction in the crowded Democratic primary. He said, quote, and this was him talking on MSNBC to Craig Melvin, "We thought it was time to make a change. You know, these campaigns are long, hard campaigns, and you don't always get it right with the first team." Now, look, I got an explanation here. It ain't the team that's the problem, dude. It's you. Or actually, more of your message. Because nobody really knows who Hickenlooper is unless you were in Colorado or if you watched him drink fracking fluid. Which was, yeah. Okay. But his message is more important here because we talk about policy, right? So now, his policy is we're going to have no change. Absolutely no change. No Medicare for all, no free college, no Green New Deal. We have a climate crisis going on here, okay? And not only that, but you listen to his answer in the debate, he railed against big government socialism. He almost sounded as if he was auditioning for a spot on Fox News. He inspires about a total of 3 people, and so, no, I don't think it's his campaign team at all. It's him. It's him. But anyway, he's going to continue to blame his former team, which, by the way, a source familiar with the situation disputes the governor's characterization. He's saying that he's lashing out at political professionals around him and now surrounds himself with Colorado loyalists rather than confronting reality. Now, that, of course, is hilarious. He says Medicare for all. Not realistic. We don't need big government socialism to solve problems. Yet his campaign for president is the one that is unrealistic. That is the thing that is unrealistic. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants John Hickenlooper to be president. Now, asked about his dismal fundraising in an interview, that same interview with Melvin, he said, quote, "I'm not going to get into it until we pull the numbers together. But the bottom line is that for a small campaign like us, it's harder to raise money because we're not promising free health care or, to forgive free tuition for everyone, forgive student debt." Hey, who would have thought that not promising to do anything is not a winning strategy, right? Hey guys, I'm going to do absolutely nothing if you elect me. Now give me money, give me your vote. Why? Why should we do that? Why? I mean, look, over half of all Americans want Medicare for all. Do you know why Medicare for all is still popular? Despite the fact that Fox News has been on a, and not just Fox News, but you had the Washington Post, you have the establishment media, you have CNN, MSNBC, all attacking Medicare for all as some sort of radical, socialist, horrible idea, right? Despite that, you have people that are, you still have over 55% of Americans that are in favor of Medicare for all. That number, of course, is when you ask, or when you tell them, hey, you're going to keep your doctor, you're not going to have any networks, and so yes, you will lose your insurance, but it will be replaced with better insurance, and in fact, you can still keep your doctor. And that is the thing that people like. People don't want to keep their insurance company, right? They don't care about their insurance company. You know, you don't care about Aetna or whatever, but what you do care about, what Americans care about, is their doctor. Will I continue to see my doctor? I like my doctor. I don't want to lose my doctor. That's where the whole PolitiFact lie of the year for Obama, you can keep your doctor if you want. That's why people were so angry with Obama. Because in some cases, not all cases, but some cases, people did lose their doctor. Because, you have all this in-network stuff or out-of-network. Now you're changing the network, these insurance companies or whatever. Well, with Medicare for all, you don't have any of that. You also don't have co-pays or deductibles. It's incredibly popular. But here you have people like John Hickenlooper saying, not interested. Not interested. You know what we're going to do? We're going to avoid big government socialism in the form of something that's deeply popular, Medicare, and we're just going to do nothing. That's our plan. Why won't you vote? Why am I not 50 points ahead? I know I kind of stole that from Hillary Clinton, but nonetheless, you get the point. People like, Hickenlooper, they don't understand the country is actually massively progressive when it comes to issues. They're not so-called moderate centrists. They're progressive. And when you ask them strictly about policy, you don't get politics in it, you don't get political parties into it, but you ask them straight up about policy, the American people side with progressive policy every single time. Hickenlooper, again, doesn't understand that. Not only that, we're also getting crushed with student loan debt. 40 million Americans. $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. This is while the rich sit on a giant mountain of cash. It's like they're the dragon from The Hobbit, Smaug. They're just sitting on that money and breathing fire at anybody who tries to come near it. Now, that's not all the rich, of course. There are patriotic millionaires out there that said, for God's sakes, please tax us. I think it's like 60% now of millionaires that are polled and saying, just tax us already. We have all the money that we could ever hope for. We have run out of things to buy. And not only that, as Nick Hanauer continues to point out all the time, that, hey, man, look, the pitchforks are coming. They're coming for people like us. So what we need to do is we need to be taxed, and to have that money go to help the American people. We want to avoid the pitchforks. Here's how we can do it. Just tax us already. Tax us already. But no, Hickenlooper says, that's fine. I don't care. You know what? The system isn't the problem. You're the problem for wanting things. How dare you have the gall to ask the government to work for you? No. We're not interested in John Hickenlooper or his campaign of no change, and neither is the country. So the sooner he drops out, the sooner he can stop embarrassing himself. Get out of the race. Get out of the race. You ain't going anywhere, John Hickenlooper. And that's for damn certain. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.